And welcome to College Game Day Scoreboard. Matt Weiner along with Jim Donnan and Robert Smith. It's the bonus coverage edition of the College Game Day Scoreboard. A quick game there between Duke and Davidson. We've got Ole Miss and LSU. The Tigers can control their destiny in the SEC West. That's coming up at 7:45 Eastern Time. Some of you are going to see South Carolina and Clemson. Those of you in South Carolina specifically at 7 o'clock Eastern Time at the top of the hour. First, Penn State and Michigan State. The Nittany Lions trying to win their way to the BCS slot. There's Michael Robinson in East Lansing.
All year long we've had trouble watching Michigan State special teams. Really been their real problem. And at the end of the Ohio State game, first half. But Michael Robinson, what a great year he's having.
Robinson takes off. Looked like he had an idea to throw it for a moment. And that puts them up 17-0. 17-7 now in the third. Drew Stanton goes to pass, and that's picked off.
Lyman made a pretty good run at it there.
Down to Midas. A great run back here. Inside the 5 for Penn State. And they would cash in. Robinson to work again. Quick throw on the slant. It's a score. Michigan State offense not really the problem normally for them. Spartans get a touchdown from Jeremy Scott there. We're back within 10, and that's where we stand right now. Stanton, 74 yards on the ground, and Michael Robinson, the all-purpose quarterback, is 60 yards rushing, in addition to what you saw him do passing there. So Penn State about 9 minutes away from the BCS spot.
What is that land grant trophy now? Where do they get some land?
There's a land grant trophy. It's a trophy. It's not. Okay. There's no land that accompanies the trophy. I think it's just a trophy.
All right. You know, Coach Paterno needs a couple condos or something. You know, help him out here.
Are you? It is a road game for Penn State. Are you surprised at all how close it is?
Yeah, I am a little bit because, you know, you think Michigan State's going to fold there down 17-0 because, you know, they really don't have anything to fight for. But they've shown a lot of fight here in the second half.
Well, they are fighting for a bowl bid, though. They're one game shy of the bowl bid, so that is something for them, some incentive for them. Those seniors are out there. They're like, hey, we don't want our season to end right now.
It's been such a hard team to predict over the course of the season, Michigan State. Meanwhile, Ohio State and Michigan hoping for a Penn State loss, hoping for a Spartan win. At least they both were this afternoon when things began at Michigan Stadium. Jim Tressel, such a good record against the Wolverines over the years since he's been in Columbus. Troy Smith going to keep that. 4-yard touchdown, 6-0. They missed the kick. Then Chad Henne, it's a beautifully thrown ball to Jason Avant, who makes the adjustment. And a nice grab, got the foot down. 9-7 Ohio State. Smith hit hard and separated from the football. Michigan hops on. And this would be a theme of this game for Ohio State. Mistakes over and over.
Yeah, throughout the game, Michigan capitalized on these turnovers, but right when they needed to have it, Troy Smith, what a tremendous drive he engineers here.
Michigan up by 9. Smith, the dart he throws to Santonio Holmes, 26 yards. That makes it 21-19.
I don't know about the flag on that one. He was diving away from the safety.
Smith again to Holmes. Yeah.
Come on.
Smith again to Holmes. Buckeyes in field goal range. But they're looking for more.
This is the play of the year for Troy Smith, and just a tremendous catch, and sets up this touchdown winning game. You know, this is just a tremendous drive. 80 yards on the, you know, I don't know if he's out of bounds or not.
He was definitely out of bounds. The ref throws his hat down here.
The question is, was he forced out of bounds?
Right.
If he was forced out of bounds, he can come back in and make this catch. If he went out of bounds of his own volition, he cannot make this catch, and that was the question. They decided, of course, apparently, that he was forced out because the catch counted, and that set up this.
Antonio Pittman, his development this year has really helped out Troy Smith, settled him down, and of course a great physical run down there on the goal line.
Smith and Pittman have made the Buckeyes so much more dynamic offensively as the season has gone on. And if you're a Michigan fan, you're going to complain about the call that helped set up that game-winning touchdown. If you're an Ohio State fan, you're going to say, hey, we turned the ball over a bunch, we had muff punts, we had pass interference in the end zone, and we still found a way to win this game on the road. But the difference down the stretch was Troy Smith's play.
Yeah, no question about it. On that last drive, he just looked so poised. You know, made a lot of plays. You know, running around, making great throws, great management of the clock. He just did a fantastic job.
Yeah, on the whole season now, what's happened with this young man is the fact he's taken over there after that Texas game, and his development and his ability to get the ball to these wideouts has made the difference. And they're starting to get some running game to take some pressure off where you just don't snap it to him and he's got to make every play.
Yeah, I spoke to Dick Tressel, Jim Tressel's brother, who's a running back coach there at Ohio State, and he's talked about since the Penn State game, that coaching staff is really committed to running the football, and I think that balance has helped Troy out, but it's also helped the team out just by having a more physical attack and a more balanced attack.
Yeah, and Holmes' numbers reflect that over the last few games. Ohio State, assuming Penn State hangs on and wins in East Lansing, Ohio State will technically get a share of the Big Ten title. They can put up a banner or whatever they want to do.
Get a certificate.
Whatever you do there in Columbus, but they're not going to get that BCS spot from the Big Ten. I know you're not a computer coach, but
yeah, I'm not a computer.
What are the chances they get the ABCS spot?
Yeah, they got to, it looks to me like Notre Dame and is going to get one for sure if they can win next week against Stanford. And I've got to go with Ohio State. Look at the schedule they've played. Oregon's going to have a lot to, gripe about if they win today, but, and maybe Virginia Tech. But I got to go with Ohio State, and it'd be great to see Ohio State play Miami again.
Yes, it would. A lot of people would like to see that. Any thoughts on Ohio State's BCS chances?
Well, who knows with the BCS? I mean, it's just so confusing. I really don't even understand how the system works, how they decide that stuff.
You're supposed to know how to tell us about it, man.
I think they just take a dartboard and they just kind of throw darts up there and decide who's going to go where.
Yeah. You know what? There's also an argument to be made against scheduling an opponent like Texas in this situation, where you're going to suffer a loss that could potentially keep you out of a BCS situation.
Well, I don't know about that. I think you just like Miami scheduling Florida State early in the season, and I think that. Some people would say that the BCS doesn't work. That with Alabama dropping out of the undefeateds last week, though, that really the BCS has done its job this year because it's going to be two undefeated teams. But I think that I'd like to see a playoff system.
I think a lot of people are in agreement with that. But they did get the two unbeaten teams, and under the old bowl system, two teams that wouldn't have faced each other. Most of you are going to see at 7:45 Eastern Time. You're going to see LSU and Ole Miss get to it. Tigers on a path to the SEC title game if they win out. But those of you in South Carolina, as per your request, Clemson and the Gamecocks